Willkommen zu einem weiteren Part von Let's Play Tales of Berseria. Wir machen uns auf den Weg nach Loegres, weil wir jetzt die 4 Empyrean erwecken wollen.
The ship's ready to sail. Where are you headed?
We don't have a problem. If you've got a grudge, we can settle it here and now.
Huh? Why would we have a grudge against you guys? The first mate fought like the first mate. The captain died like the captain, right?
I suppose.
Then no swabby here can blame you for what happened. We're Ifrit's pirates, and don't forget it. We're not so pathetic that we need pity from some lord of calamity.
All right. The ship's in your hands.
Aye aye. You can count on us.
Na dann, der Tod des Captains.
The Von Eltia looks the same as ever. But it feels utterly different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Even Benwick looked like he'd been crying.
I can imagine. But if we let ourselves despair now, we'd be a disgrace to Ifrit's creed.
We have to swallow our anger and grief, and sail on.
Right. Following a creed isn't always pleasant. We must do what we must.
I won't allow the Abbey to do things like this.
Destroying someone like that. Turning them into a puppet. It's unconscionable.
Still, a heart can never be fully bridled. It can be shattered, but never erased entirely. Ifrit proved that.
Right. His body is gone, but he lives on through his crew. Magilu is right. What lives in one's heart can never be erased.
Yeah. The heart is eternal.
Na dann fahren wir mal los. Nach Loegres.
I see. Orichalcum or not, Stormquell snapped like a twig.
I'm afraid so. It was Innominat who did it. But I think Shigure could have done the same.
So hardness alone isn't enough. Forgive me. I thought I had found clarity, but it was only foolish pride.
You should be proud. You are, without a doubt, the greatest swordsmith in the world. I'm looking forward to your next blade.
Even now, you would still place your trust in me.
Of course. Is there any other swordsmith who could craft a blade out of orichalcum? You're a master of your art, a visionary who spent centuries working to forge a blade of legend. I'm honored to know you.
I don't know what to say.
Unless, of course, you've given up on making a sword to surpass Stormhowl.
Does this look like the face of a man who's given up?
Not in the least.
We're making good time.
The only problem is that ceremony that Artorius was going on about. We don't know how long it'll take.
Ifrit said they called it the Ceremony of Suppression. Most likely, it's how Innominat plans to release his power.
Most likely. He hasn't absorbed Laphicet in your despair, so Innominat should still be incomplete. But if his powers fully awaken...
Humanity will be robbed of their free will.
I can hear them celebrating now. The uglinesses of the human soul are suppressed. And the world is free of malevolence! Hurrah! Hurrah! Robbing humanity of its will. They'll be like I once was. Something's coming!
Hey, please guys, let's not fight!
This is a domain?
Innominat's domain.
Their wills have been stolen!
It's not been fully sealed away yet. Rokuro, give him a good smacking. Wake him up!
On it.
Aizen!
Got it. We'll put in at the nearest harbor. To Port Zexin!
I feel like some jerk played tug of war with my brain.
Dig up some spirit. They're trying to strip away your will.
Oh no! Look! It's that merchant! You're all right!
I do not deserve to be all right. I used people, stepped on them just to make a profit. I even aided wanted criminals so that I could expand my business. My soul is black with ugliness and can never be forgiven.
Huh? No, wait! Stop!
The world needs to be purified of malevolence. I don't belong here. I have to die. I have to die. I have to die.
No, it's not right!
Ugh!
You can die if you want, but saying you have to die is a good way to make my blood boil.
Those awakened to their own malevolence seek to end their lives. Welcome to Artorias' uncompromising world of reason.
First they steal humanity's rudder, and now they want to say who lives and who dies?
We should find out what's happening here, unless you'd rather not see. You're right, I wouldn't. But I won't hide from the truth any longer. Before anything else, we'll need to confirm just how far his power reaches. Let's head to Loegres.
Ja dann, gehen wir mal hin, aber erstmal Y.
Innominat suppression. Is this the ideal world the Abbey envisions?
The end! There's no life in anyone's eyes! This isn't a fun place at all! It's not just people's minds being shackled. They're being forced to die, too. It's terrible.
Why would dying be part of anyone's ideal world?
Even under such strict control, new sins can still rise to the surface. If that happens, it's better to end the life of the sinner. Melchior came to the same logical conclusion.
What utter rubbish.
Anyway, we need to get to Loegres.
Ja, nochmal Y.
So this is...
What's going to happen to the world? How far will Innominat's power spread? When his domain expanded, I felt a faraway power suddenly come closer. It was enough to blot out the whole sky. I'm sure it's covered other towns too. His domain has certainly extended to at least the entire populace of this country. Otherwise, what would be the point?
That means what happened at Port Zexin is happening everywhere. Everyone is either a puppet, or...
dead by their own hands.
Innominat created this ideal hell in a single moment. That's the power we're up against.
So we few are standing against a truly monumental force.
This is your last chance to turn back.
Turn back to what exactly?
Forward or back, we're headed into hell either way.
At least this way, I'll have my own free will. I'd prefer a living damnation to that oblivion.
Well, don't come crying to me later.
Let's move along then.
Ja, und jetzt werde ich das mal schnell speichern. Und dann geht's los. Auf zum... Also nach Loegres. Wie sich alles hier in kurzer Zeit verändert hat. Okay, die Lehen sind noch aktiv. Das kann uns noch helfen, aber ich will mal wissen, was hier abgeht. Warum stehen hier eine Leute Schlange?
Hey, you're Kakiku's menagerie.
Ooh, close. It's Magilu's menagerie.
I apologize for always demanding that you entertain me, despite my inability to even remember your name correctly. I'm also sorry to you, miss, for always insisting you do that tedious little bird impression of yours. I feel so bad I could just punch myself. Nay, I must.
I'm not sure if I'm more angry or confused.
It is wrong to seek pleasure from viewing petty tricks and pointless entertainment. Honest hard work alone is right. Someone such as I, who was unable to live in accordance to the simplest of truths, should disappear from this earth. Please, use that special trick you told me of. Make me disappear forever.
Was ist denn mit dem Typen los? Hat er einen in der Klatsche oder was?
I knew this would be big. What a treasure!
Tschüss, Schiff. Wir gehen weiter. Dank des Boards sind wir etwas unterwegs auf Speed. Okay. So, wir haben erstmal genug Cutscene. Das Spiel nähert sich dem Ende. Also wir nähern uns dem Ende der Story. Wir erfahren jetzt einfach mal alles, was wir sehen. Wissen auch, wo wir damals angefangen haben? Auf dem Weg nach Loegres, um Artorius zu stürzen und dann... Wir hatten nicht die Kraft und jetzt... Ich würde mal hier speichern. Wir werden jetzt einfach immer hin und wieder mit speichern, dass wir gesichert sind. Wo müssen wir durch? Da müssen wir hin. Was ist nur hier passiert?
Even the capital is silent as death.
Innominat's power did all of this. A god among gods.
Und dann zerstören wir mit Göttern. Am besten noch mit haufenweisen Armatisierungsattacken und dann ist er down. Ich will mal gucken, wie es da aussieht.
I knew it. I said all along that taverns are dens of evil. Now there is no one left who desires that demon drink. It clouds man's judgment and causes good people to fall into corruption and sin. It should never have existed. Taverns shall now only live on in history books.
I've always opposed the sale of nectar and intoxicating drinks. From now on, those places once known as taverns should be used to distribute food equally to all.
Flavor is irrelevant. It is enough for food to fill the stomach and contain the nutrients necessary for survival. Food is not something that should be enjoyed.
But eating is part of being alive. If you can't enjoy your food, how can you enjoy your life? I don't want to live like that.
Was ist hier noch passiert? Wo ist denn die von der Blutschwing? Wo sind die hin? Eine Frage, die ich mir nicht beantworten kann, wo die hin sind. Die sind wie weg. Da wollen wir hin.
Isn't there anyone here who still has free thought?
I hope so. There has to be.
Mommy!
That was a child.
Mommy! I'm scared! Mommy!
Don't show any feelings, dear.
If they spot you, they'll...
Prince Percival! Tabatha!
You're still you!
Wer bist du denn? Was bist du denn? Oh, Kacke, Level 60, wir sind viel zu schwach. Mit meinem Level 50 noch was kann ich da nichts lang gegenhalten. Ich brauche mir schnell ein höheres Level. Ich muss echt Aufscreen machen. Bei der nächsten Gelegenheit.
Tabatha, your mind's still your own?
Yes, somehow. But Prince Percival and that girl...
Looks like those Malakim took them away somewhere.
The prince was trying to help us get away. He said that the Abbey was gathering those who still had control of their own will at the villa.
We need to go after the prince and see just what's going on at the villa.
We don't know what sort of defenses they have at the front gate. Let's sneak in through the back.
Good plan. Back into the catacombs, then.
You got it.
Okay, also müssen wir wieder da runter. Ich keinen Bock mehr nochmal da runter zu gehen. Aber, tja, die Story verlangt es halt, dass wir da nochmal heruntergehen. So viele. Ach Gott. Wir stehen ja da am Brunnen rum. Was ist das denn? Was sind das für Langweiler? Hey. Material. Panzerhäcksler. Oh, alles klar. Gib mir doch gleich das Powerful-Item des Todes. Und den Lag des Todes. Das jetzt Lag, das dürfte mich jetzt eigentlich gar nicht mehr verwundern. Das Spiel ist jetzt schon so lange aktiv jetzt. Da sind bestimmt so viele Objekte jetzt hier noch am Rumschwirren, dass es das Spiel verlangsamt. Mich dürfte das jetzt gar nicht mehr verwundern.
So those weren't demons, they were Malakim.
Yes. They were probably ordered to hunt down any humans who still possess free will. Innominat isn't whole, and his suppressive powers are not yet absolute. So he must be using the Malakim to find anyone he missed and process them. Sounds like him.
Process? Be it a prince or a little girl.
Geht es Tabatha gut?
I wonder if Tabatha's alright.
I don't think she'll be suppressed so easily.
Aye. She's got more grit than the average soldier.
But even if she resists suppression, if the Abbey finds her, she'd stand out even more with us. She ran an entire shadow network. Finding a place to hide will be child's play for her.
Maybe she was just pretending to be an old woman.
Huh? But I really loved Tabatha's cooking.
I'm just kidding. You don't run into a woman that tough every day.
She's been living in society's shadows since before we were born. If she heard you were worried, she'd laugh and say you're wasting your time.
Then we should be on our way to the villa.
Da ist der Öffnungsschlüssel, aber ich komme da nicht hin. Der Schalter? Den habe ich beim ersten Mal übersehen. Den habe ich komplett übersehen, als wir das erste Mal hier waren. Und hier ist immer der Teleport, der uns da unten nach drüben führt. Ich würde sagen, wir machen gleich Partende auf der anderen Seite. Aber erstmal gucken wir uns hier mal um. Wir waren hier nie gewesen. So, jetzt können wir das Board benutzen und etwas beschleunigen. Dadurch, dass das hier alle schwache Gegner sind, sollten wir uns einfach da durchbewegen können. Oder es kommt keiner, erst recht. Schade, ich dachte, mit Innominat hätte die alle aufgehalten, aber gut. Wir gehen dahin. Und hier machen wir auch Part Ende, das heißt im nächsten Part geht es hier weiter, damit ihr mal wieder einen kurzen Part habt. Also Kommentare werden nicht vergessen, bis zum nächsten Part, bis dahin und Emerald Control.